Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another modded Minecraft map. Call it Cuboid Outpost. Cuboid Outpost. Don't know if I said that right the first time. We seem to be stuck on this sort of desolate, barren planet. I don't know if you call it that. I don't know. The reason we're starting outside, by the way, is because I started in here. There's this horrible, noise that I've had to turn down. I hope it doesn't get picked up on recording. As you can obviously clearly tell, there's no life. It's completely life nothing, yeah, that'll do. And pretty sure this quest block will explain what we have to do. But my assumption is we have to bring life back. So without any further ado, let's make a start. So here we are. It's the first time I'm opening the quest book, by the way, so I have no idea what's in it. I'm hoping it explains the game a little bit more and what our sort of objective is supposed to be. Beginning of the end. Good day to you. I hope this missive finds you well. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to thank you for all the hard, even exemplary. Why is that such a hard word to say? Work that you have done for the corporation over the years out there in Outpost 42. So Outpost 42 is where we are now. Our sincere thanks and eternal gratitude. Well, maybe not quite eternal. See, our scientific division here at the Cuboid Corp, I made a little bit of a mistake. Somehow they managed to quantum entangle not two, but three singularities at once. At first, this felt like amazing technological and scientific progress. But when they put it straight into one of our teleport arrays, well, that's when it happened. So anyway, here's the short version. Chain reaction started. We can't control it. We've actually got a few more minutes before our entire communication network shuts down. Shortly thereafter, life as we know it on our home planet comes to a brutal, fiery, apocalyptic end. Oops. So, there's no way for us to retrieve you, no way for us to connect you with other outposts, and only theories as to what might happen next. Sorry. What we can do, however, is try to give you the best possible chance at survival. That would be fantastic, please, mate. On the bright side, your outpost is amazingly well equipped, as you all know. There's the latest luxurious equipment, including but not limited to renewable power in the form of both solar and wind generators, a fridge to keep your ration packs fresh, top of the line technology, the latest in digital storage that the corporation has to offer, a bed, all the water you could melt, practically, somewhere warm to protect you from the elements. Life is good. Ration packs. Should we put this? They said we had this the fridge. We had a fridge. Unfortunately for you, life is going to get a lot more complicated. For example, the planet you're on has no natural plant life. In fact, it's completely barren. No native animal life either, and limited natural resources. To be honest, we're not going to be able to offer much assistance. We can and will release care packages for you upon completion of certain tasks, which will be made available to you at the appropriate time. Don't worry though, you want to complete them. After all, your very survival will depend on it. The really bad news. Unfortunately, there are a few other points to be aware of. The accident seems to have made it possible for undesirable life forms to materialize throughout the universe. We call them mobs. There seem to be a wide variety of them, but every cloud has a silver lining, even mushroom clouds. They could prove to be invaluable as a source of new materials and even food. So it's actually good news. Yay. Yeah, sounds brilliant. I'm sure you'll be super grateful for small mercies, so you'll be glad to hear that our science division has managed to cobble together a gadget that will reduce the need to sleep and make your nights feel a lot shorter. Simply equip it, and over time your need to sleep will reduce as this sleep charm attunes itself to your genetic code. Now, let's get ready to start your new life by ripping up your old one. It always the place to sleep with delay, slowly loses the insomnia counter. So now we start on chapter 1. Getting started. God, there's a lot here, isn't there? It's all in preparation. With a distinct lack of resources available to you, the only way forward is to find find a way to recycle some of what you have now into something more useful. We're going to have to be very methodical and careful along the way, and to be frank, I might not have enough thought through all of... my god, my reading. We might not have thought through all the ways of achieving things, so sometimes we'll have a lot of guidance for you. Other times you'll have to use your own initiative to figure out how to achieve some goals. To begin with, though, what's left of our scientific division has managed to pull together a plan for how to get you started. Trust in the process, follow the advice, and it'll work out in the end. Probably. Before we get stuck into that, though, we'll need to make use of some of the locally available materials. Get a pickaxe. Hi ho, it's not so good. The planet you're on seems to have a thick crust of a fairly weak material, and due to the mineral tectonics, it is in a fairly thick and even top layer. Head out into the snow. There's a shovel in the enemy system. Grab your pickaxe and go mine some of it up. You should be able to combine some of what you collect into chunks, ready for further processing. So there's a shovel in here. What's to go get? Diggy. Like so. I'm assuming it's this stuff up to here, the not so goodium. And we need a good chunk of this. Potentially. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming off this. So we are getting silica dust, not so goodium, and carbon deposits, which is quite nice. Let's go down one more layer, and then we'll just mine out a massive square. I wonder if vein mine is on this. It's only this, right? Shift scroll mouse. That didn't do anything. That did. Okay, that should be plenty. Oh, absolutely. We got loads of it. Absolute metric crap. So, let me go 1, 2. That's not a full one. 3, 4. We can put all of this in. We can make a stack and 14. No rewards. What? You might have noticed by now that nights can be pretty scary. Those mobs, as we call them, seem to appear in droves after sunset. Be careful out there. On the plus side, seems that some of them are affected by the natural radiation produced by the local sun, and some, but not all of them, perish in the sunlight. Even better, some of them leave behind some useful things. I want to make it a habit to head outside in the morning to pick up some of what's left behind. If you're really lucky, you might even find some sort of meat product that could perhaps sustain you. To get a better food supply sorted out. Wants me to eat the rotten flesh, I'm guessing. Now that you have some chunks, you can make some metallic ingots. You just gotta put the chunks straight into the furnace. But that's a little bit wasteful. If you pulverize them first, you can get more of the metallic material in dust form, which can then be smelted, effectively doubling your output. So we can crush them. Oh, it's night. Means I could sleep. Wait. Oh my god, that is super quick. And that is super loud. Davala does its thing. They're not all dead yet. There you go, they're going. Shall we go out and collect some bones? Was it just bones? What did we want? Oh, I wanted spider eyes too. That's rough. Sorry, spider. Yes, yes. Flash. Out. Got you. And a lot of flesh. Oh, and we'll get the rest of these two. Bish bash bosh. I thought that quest was going to take us a little longer than what it was. Fortunately, we did have to get gunpowder. Otherwise, that could have been a bit of a problem at the moment. So the cooking spider ice reduces the toxicity. Who's it taste? Oh god, it makes us hungry though. Make yourself some oatmeal, we can make a meal from it. I was going to use all the bones just in case. Okay, we need 16 ingots. It's very noisy in here. But while we wait for this, I don't think we can do any more. So I will be right back. I'll sit in this little corner and I shall wait for the smelting and the crushing to be finished. I've got us a stack, just over a stack, 64 and 2. That is still going. I'm slowly adding these things. Yeah, so we're looking pretty decent. I thought I'd come back at a stack because I think that's more than enough for us to carry on with for now. And it completed the quest, so which is quite nice. So we're gonna go towards food because food is probably quite essential at the moment. And we just need to make a not so goodium bowl. One really good thing about not so goodium ingots, you'll be making stuff from metal. It's surprisingly malleable. In fact, you should be able to quite easily make some not so goodium balls from the stuff. So just 3 ingots makes us a bowl. Did I put them in here? I did. So I'd like to do a normal bowl recipe. Get a bowl. Now you can make broth with some water, bucket, bone meal, and a thing. And I believe we can make buckets with this as well. I think. Yeah, like so. We have a bucket. We can take it from here. What we can do is get rid of this bucket. It's pretty cool. A bowl and a bit of bone meal gets us 1 broth. How many does this do? 2, 1.5. And you get your bowl back, which is a bonus. So that is how we're going to be keeping our food up, I think. This little light of mine seems that the carbon deposits can be crafted together into coal, which is quite useful, really. If we make some rods out of those not so good ingots, you should be able to make torches. And once you have those, making lanterns should be simple enough too. Till now, having decent lighting at night wasn't important, but since we now seem to have mobs taking over when it's dark, lighting up the place a bit might not be a bad idea. So we need to make a torch with some white coal. So it's just 4 carbon deposits because it's 1 coal. We had a lot of those. There. And just like that, we now have 64.5. Now, how do I make the rods, or the rod, not so goodium rod? Just 2 ingots. So can we make like 8? We can put them in. I presume it's the same recipe as a torch, which gives us 8. How do you make a lantern? Oh, not so goodium ingots, nuggets even, surrounded by a torch, gives us a lantern. So I assume if I just put 1 in here, yeah. Oh, I keep taking more. That'll do. Let me do this. We can convert half of our torches into lanterns. Like so. And we get 8 to 16 of those, 2 to 6 of those. Which means now when we sleep, because it's nighttime, and all our mobs sort of disappear, we can go out. We can go light up a bit of the land, so that the mobs don't spawn so close to our base. Because, as you can hear, there is currently a skeleton dying right outside. So what is next on the list? It looks like we're making armor and a sword. Now that you've got some basic materials to work with, you should invest a bit of that into weaponry and protection. To begin with, let's make some armor. That escaped me. That Enderman was super loud. I'm not sure if I got the volume up for it. Hostile creatures? Yeah, 100%. Oh. I turned down ambient environment because this was so loud. You're loud. You go have some more. Yeah, that was super loud. So I turned down the ambient sounds because I couldn't sit here for 10 minutes listening to that churn away and grind things down. So this is just a rod and two ingots. So just like your normal crafting recipe, I've messed it up. You do that. And now you can make armor. I presume it's just like regular armor. And then boots. And a chest piece. And last but not least, some pants. Just like that. All set. Not sure if it gives us much protection. 3.5. Not terrible. But take it. Something is walking around outside. And that is that quest done too. Oh, didn't mean to pin it. So now we're making a hammer, which requires to make 2 blocks, which is just 9. 2 blocks, 1 ingot, 2 rods. So, fortunately, I have cooked up a large amount. We got 2 blocks. Do I have enough rods? I do have enough rods. Like so. There's a creeper right outside that window. 2 rods, and we get hammer. You might have noticed that we're going to need a lot more materials. Though there's an ancient manual device specifically designed for smashing through large areas of rock at a fairly rapid pace. Perhaps some of those not so goodium ingots. Make some rods and blocks. Make yourself the first smasher. Just like that. We're on to quantum entangled singularities. I was reading this. Just don't quantum entangle these ones, please. And then we got mixed up with this too. Quantum singularities. What could go wrong? A furnace. Not so goodium furnace. Not so goodium quantum collapse. That sounds very complicated. Don't panic. I'm fairly certain that the singularities produced by this quantum collapse won't result in another uncontrollable feedback loop that destroys your local reality too. It's not like your choice anyway. You won't have to try something to kickstart life as we knew it. So grab some materials, make a few necessary ingredients, and build yourself a not so goodium quantum collapser. Note, if you pick up a quantum collapser, it will lose its current progress / reset. When it comes to automation, in the past we would have just suggested using your enemy system and would have sent over the necessary peripherals. Fortunately, that's no longer an option. What you can do, however, is turn to some more primitive yet still effective methods of storage and item transfer. This step would be to make yourself some kind of a chest from the local materials. Wow, chest made out of ingots. That is pretty straightforward. Let's just make 2. I think our things have probably done crushing and things now. Not quite. I leave some more in here. Good. This is the last that I have. That is still going. We're almost back up to another stack, which is quite nice. Yeah, we finished that one. Still enough to drive you hopping mad. Or do we go towards the furnace? Silica dust surrounded by chunks. I need chunks. Silica dust surrounded by chunks gives me a furnace. Not so good in furnace. One of those with 4 ingots either side. Bish bash bosh. One of those too. Now, how do we make one of these? 8 blocks with a furnace. gives us a collapser. We only have enough to make 6 at the moment. We're going to need a lot more of this stuff than I would have thought. It was 2 blocks, right? An ingot. And a rod. I think it was this. For a smoosher. So now this gives us dust straight away. And not so good in furnace can go up there. We can make a little bit of coal. A little bit of coal in here. And if we go, I think, out into my little hole, we use this smoosher that I've sort of started digging out. Oh god, there's mobs. We do this. No. What if we do this? Do we have to use profit or chunks? Okay. We do that. It gives us dust straight away. Okay. I got you. Got your name. You have to just make it into chunks first. I don't mind with it. I'm making on. Well, wait. I will get my English out in a moment. We're working on making a hopper next. Not quite a logistical transfer pipe, but at least it works. Now you can make a chest. You can also make a hopper. Have at it. I need a not so goodium ingots with a chest, like you would with a normal recipe, but without ingots. I'm gonna need one of these back. Can I just break you? I hope so. I'm taking this risk. Please just break. Thank you. With those, and like that, and we have the hopper. So what's next? It'll be worth it in the end. Quantum singularities are a bit of a pain to make initially, but will significantly improve your quality of life in the near future. Put in the effort now and start the process of making some. Know that the collapser doesn't need power, and you can hop inputs into the top and extract them from away from any other side. Also manually insert items straight into the collapser in its usual interface. For now, we recommend at least making one from 320 not so goodium ingots. Note, if you pick up a quantum collapser, it will lose its progress. So we're going to be making a singularity from not so goodium ingots. And I assume you can do it like this. And if you take the ingots out of here, you do this, it's just going to feed in manually. And how many was it that I needed? Where did my quest book go? Where did my quest book go? There, aren't they? It needs 320. We've only just put in a stack. Did I have more dust? Not much. I'm gonna have to go mining a bit more. Yep, let's go mining. I'll join you again for another time when I do have my singularity. I forgot that I set the stairs, but it's fine. It works. Holy crap. That's a lot. That'll do. Holy crap. We're gnawing away. It's been a crazy wait, to be honest. Gnawing away though, we shall get there shortly. We've got 4 here. This leaves us with 5 and 7 in here. 4, 5. We chuck those 5 in. If we look now, it's going. It's going. We will have our first singularity. for not so goodium. We did it. Honestly, that's been quite a nuisance, to be honest. But we've got it, and we completed the quest, which is quite nice. And I think, okay, he wants us to make silica dust as well, and if that's 320, I don't quite have enough. 229. But we can make a start on it. So next time, I might do this in between episodes, but next time, this is going to be the end of the episode. I will not make any progress against the quests as such. So I do want to go through all this on video if I can help it. However, looking over on this left hand side, it does look a bit repetitive just going up through the tiers of things. So I might just do this top one, and then when I get time, sort of go through these on my own in my own time. For maybe episode 3 comes out. They should be at the bottom by then. So yeah, next time the plan is to do these, hopefully make our way down this sort of tree line and on our way to get wood. So on that note, I do appreciate you all sticking around. I'm not sure how long this episode is going to be, but I shall catch you in the next one. Take care, guys.